Yo guys, the balance changes for this season are out, they are final, they are coming into the game right now, and here's everything you have to know about it. Don't forget to use creator code Tryaz for free in the shop, and now let's go. The first card you can see here is the Evo Goblin Giant, and yeah, this card was definitely too strong. It's getting a nerf on the spawn interval of the Goblin. Earlier it was 1.5 seconds for each single goblin, now it's 1.8 seconds for each spawn. It's a slight nerf, but I think this nerf is well deserved as this card was totally no skill and one of the best evolutions in the game. The second change is for the evolution Snowball, and this card is getting a buff. So here's what's new. Before it had a roll distance of 4.0%, now it's getting a buff of 13%, which means that the roll distance goes from 4.0 to 4.5 tiles. So a half tile longer. Not the biggest change, but I think overall it's a good one. Let's see how it works. Okay, the next change is interesting. It's a buff for the fire spirit, and as you can see here already, the jumping range is increased from 2 to 2.5 tiles, which is a buff of 25%. It's now as same as the heal spirit, the electro spirit, and also the ice spirit. So all spirits are now consistent, and something changes here. You can no longer do the Mohammed Light interaction because of the shorter jump range. It was able to flawlessly defend this fire spirit with another fire spirit, for example. This is no longer possible with the buff of this range now. Next we have the Dart Goblin, and yeah, this also includes the evolution Dart Goblin, but it basically don't affect the evolution itself, but just the Dart Goblin. The Dart Goblin will get a nerf on its damage. The damage will be reduced by 5% because Dart Goblin overall was one of the strongest cards in the meta, was typical in a big variety of spam decks, so the nerf is definitely deserved here. What do you think? Is it good? I think yes. Yeah, the next card is the Lava Hound, and many people were already crying about it when they saw how they're nerfing the Lava Hound damage and the puppy damage. Even if some people think it's not a strong card, it really is. Just have a look at last season finishes. Lava Hound was really popular. So here's a slight nerf to the damage from the lava puppies, reduced by 7%. What do you think? Is this enough to balance Lava Hound, or is Lava Hound still too OP? This was one of the most requested nerfs from the community, as evolution Pekka and also Pekka is way too strong since I guess a half year since Evo Pekka release, and earlier already. The card is dumb broken, it heals itself up and you cannot kill it, and Supercell makes a really good change here. They revert a buff they introduced a while ago, and maybe you can already see it right here. The evolution and also the normal Pekka will get a nerf on its range. So there's no longer the long range, but instead a short range. The range will be reduced by 25% from 1.6 tiles to 1.2 tiles. In my opinion, a great nerf. This will make Pekka at least a little bit more balanced. I don't know if this is enough, but this is definitely the way into the right direction. The next card is the Musketeer and also the evolution Musketeer, and as you already know from the work in progress balance changes, Musketeer got a buff on the first hit, and they are still keeping the first hit, but they reduced the buff a little bit. So originally it is 0.8 seconds for the first hit. This is now increased to 0.7 seconds, which is pretty good for Musketeer. I think the card will be used a bit more in the next meta. Finally, we are getting another nerf on the Goblin Stein, but I don't think this is the right change they are doing here. The card will get a big nerf on the monster HP. Let's have a look at the gameplay. The monster HP will be reduced by 8%, from closely 2600 HP down to closely 2400. So minus 200 HP, more than less here. Do you think this is the right change? In my opinion, I would have nerfed the ability for 2 Elixir. Damn, this ability is so broken. So I would like to see a nerf on the ability and not on the monster HP. Anyways, a nerf is still great for this card here. 2 more cards left, and yeah, you can already see the chef cook is here as well, and this guy is getting a massive nerf. Okay, to not miss anything, I will read it directly from here. So the first change is the cooking time. The cooking time is increased by 33%. Cooking before was 18 to 30 seconds, now it will be 24 to 40 seconds, so it can be overall 10 seconds longer for another pancake. Then we have the hit speed, which is already slower than the one from the Princess Tower. Now it will be decreased, or better increased, by 0.1 second more, so it takes 1 second now to make another pancake hit. Then we also get the feature that when one tower is destroyed, that the chef tower is cooking slower, which is basically the effect when he is attacking cards, then it also cooks slower. So this is basically the same here. And the buff threshold, do you pronounce it like this? I think so, is already changed from 20 to 33%. Here I'm not sure if this is a buff or a nerf. What does it mean? Before it was like the troops that were below 20% did not get the heal or the level up from the chef cook. Now this will be changed to 33%, which means that cards that are low on hit points don't get the level up, which is, in my opinion, good. I don't know how to rate it. Yeah, we will see how it affects the gameplay. And we have one last card, and this one is the Rune Giant. And as you maybe noticed, this change is already live in the game. The Rune Giant got a rework on the damage for cards like Hunter, Firecracker, and also the Ram Rider and the Goblin Giant, that they were extremely high damage. This is now divided onto every single projectile. So in case the bonus damage is 1000, just as an example, and you have a hunter that shoots 10 bullets, then every single bullet will get a bonus damage of 100 and not of 1000 each. So it's divided onto every projectile, same as on units if we talk about the Goblin Giant here. And yeah, that's basically how the card works now. What do you think about it? Are these changes good? I really hope so. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to use creator code Tryaz, and we will see us in our next video. Bye.